Hello, you amazing YouTube watchers. Welcome again to the second episode of Nostalgic for Retro. My name's Jake. I'm going to be the host of this channel. Just going to be going over a few things that I found over the weekend. It was kind of a slow weekend, but I just wanted to first say thank you very much for tuning in. This might be your first time watching. This is only the second episode I've ever created. So, if you're here for the first time, or even if you're here for the second time, you're one of the few people that I had watch my first video, please hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Please put down in the comments below. Say, hey, Jake, we think that you should be doing this. We think that you should be doing that. I'll take those opinions and I'll see what I can do to help make this channel more enjoyable for y'all. I'm kind of just doing this for fun. Just want to share the experiences that I'm finding out in the wild, online, on social media, where I'm getting some awesome games to add to my collection. That's the first and foremost thing I'm trying to do, is just up this game room that I'm currently sitting and make it better. I love to play some of these games. Some of them I haven't even gotten a chance to get around to yet, but I love growing this game room. I love going on the adventure of the hunt whenever I can to find some new items, and it's just been a blast so far. I've been doing it for a few years, but game collection's grown pretty big since then. I still have a bunch of stuff from when I was a kid as well that is still complete and boxed and immaculate, because I had this foresight that, yeah, some of these things will be worth something one day. And that's probably one of the only times in my life that I've ever had such clarity on my foresight. So it's great. I'll be able to show you all that. I'd love to show you my game room one day. I want to get to a certain amount of followers before I do that. Kind of make this a fun thing to grow the channel as well. So please, again, like, share, subscribe, comment. I'll be curious to see what you have to say. Be happy to talk back with you as well and have a conversation about what it is I can do to improve these videos. Because again, I am not a pro at this. I don't have professional equipment yet. Okay, and I might, I don't know, it just depends on how things go, how much this channel grows. If it's worth it, yeah, I'll invest some of my money into buying some better stuff to make this channel better. But again, I'm very, very much a beginner at this. Just wanted to have some fun, and thank you again for having fun with me. So let's go ahead and jump into what I found this weekend. Took off last weekend. This weekend is the weekend of September 19th and 20th, 2020. Today is Sunday the 20th. I did not go out finding anything or hunting for anything today. Just went out and hit up a couple garage sales yesterday on Saturday. Hit up one garage sale specifically on one part of town, then hauled butt on over to the other side, this other side of town. It wasn't too far away, to a community sale, because I love the community sales. That's a great opportunity for any of you other hunters out there, in case you don't know already, to hit up a lot of sales in one small area. You can really cover some ground, talk to some people, find out who they are and what they like to do. Because I mean, even doing this, I've talked to some other gamers or other game collectors that I found, or people that just don't want to get rid of their stuff yet anyway, and I can't blame them. I can't blame them. But let me go ahead and get started with what I found. So the first garage sale I went to, this one specifically mentioned that they had a Wii. And I was like, okay, you had a Wii. I found a box for a Wii a couple weeks ago. I could really use another white Wii to put into that box, so I can sell that as like a complete package. When I got there, though, their Wii was already in a box. It was already complete in box. So in here, I've got a new, not a new, but I've got a backwards compatible Nintendo Wii. The Wii Sports game is in here. It includes 2 controllers, 1 classic controller. Everything else is in here. I believe the manuals are in here too. I have to open it up and check, but I'm not going to do that on the video. But I got this, and I got a handful of games as well, or a little bit more than a handful of games, which I'll run through real quick. Paid, I think, $45 for everything, so let me show you the games as well. Got some games, meh. But let me run through them real quick. Okay, starting off, 2K Sports, Major League Baseball 2K9, FIFA 10, oof. Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars, fun. That's a fun game. Need for Speed Nitro. These are all complete, by the way. I mean, sorry, I know the first few, who cares? Doesn't matter. But hey, I'm just letting you know, they got all their manuals. They're in great shape. It's good. Discs look nice. I haven't tested it yet. I'm going to get to that. Pretty sure everything works, so everything looks super nice. Need for Speed Pro Streak. So a couple of Need for Speed games. I'm having a hard time saying that. The Blob. Naruto Revolution 1. This one's missing its manual. It's the only one that doesn't have a manual. Naruto Revolution 3. And other than Wii Sports, this was probably the best game that I picked up with this Wii bundle as well too. Was New Super Mario Brothers Wii. And again, it's in excellent shape. So I'll be keeping some of that. Some of it I'll be selling. I'll be bundling with that Wii. I got a recoup some of my costs on some of these things, and from weeks prior. I love the fact that my game room has cost me almost nothing over time now, if you do it right. So I'm going to continue this trend, taking the advice I've seen from other YouTubers as well that do these similar things and have this type of fun. So yeah, found a good deal on a week, 45. Let me know in the comments though. Type down below, tell me. Did I overpay? I typically don't like to pay that much, but weeds have been kind of selling for a little bit right now. So I was willing to kind of put that out there. I've sold a weed for, actually I sold a weed that was completed, didn't have it in the box for like 70 bucks a couple weeks ago. So hopefully I can do the same thing again and get some of my money back on, or make some money on this too to help pay for some of the other things that I got. So anyway, let me get to other things that I got. Speaking of which, went to the community sale after that one. This is where I started hitting up multiple houses at one time. And I found some good deals. I was picking up something at one house, and while the lady was still inside looking for more parts to what I'll show you at the end, some gentleman walked up to me and said, "Hey, how much for that?" Because I was putting it all together, and I said, "I'm sorry, I'm buying this. I don't live here. I'm not selling it. I'm buying it." And he goes, "Oh, okay." Immediately got in his truck and went down the road. So I said, "Okay, there's my competition for the day. I know I at least got one, if not more, but I know of one now. Other person out here looking for the same type of things I am. So I need to try to get ahead of him or something, or see if I can use some of my strategies to find things that he's not." And next is what you're going to see, that I did use one of those strategies that apparently he did not use. So I saw him at a house just around the corner from where I met him originally, we'll say. And he walked back down the driveway. As I was about to pull up, I seen him walking down, getting in his truck and leaving empty-handed. I said, okay, well, I'm going to hit this house up anyway, because maybe he didn't ask questions. Maybe he just looks around. You don't know. I don't know what some of these people's strategies are. But my strategies, like from what I've heard from others online doing this, is to always ask and be specific. Don't just ask for video games, because people don't even know what video games are, it seems. I don't understand it. I don't know what their definition of a video game is, or what the concept of that is in their mind. Maybe they're thinking of an arcade cabinet. I don't know. But when I say video games, people are like, no, we don't have video games. No video games here. But when I start being specific, like, oh, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, Sega Genesis, DS, I like asking for handhelds, especially if you see girls there as well, too, females. They're really into the handhelds a little bit more than the boys always were, so they usually have some good DS stuff. But anyway, I asked if they had anything. PlayStation, Xbox, went through my whole little list. And at this house, the lady's like, no, she doesn't. I was like, okay, well, saw the other guy leave without anything, so maybe they don't have anything. She said, but go check a couple houses down where this other neighbor of ours is having a garage sale. He's the video game guy. And I was like, okay, I like the sound of that. Talked to him. He didn't have any video games for sale. He had some in his house, but none for sale. And he said he ran a store. So I was like, okay, this definitely isn't going to get me anywhere. But maybe I'll go check out his store one day. I like supporting the community and getting out and seeing some of these places. There's a lot of boutiques like that still around. But he kind of specializes, he said, in like gaming chairs and gaming equipment and stuff like that. So not exactly what I would be looking for, but you never know. Again, I'd like to go support him in the community and just go check it out at least. Maybe he will have something in there I could get. But as I was leaving his house, that lady that sent me down there, I was just about to get into my car, and this lady's, oh, sir, mister. She comes running at me screaming. I was like, all right, what's up? She's like, I talked to my brother, and he said that, yeah, he's got an Xbox 360 to sell. I said, great. So see, that's why. It's great to talk to him. Great to be polite. Great to be kind. I mean, there's no reason to be rude anyway to begin with, unless you're just a rude person. If that's the case, I hope you lose. Okay? But went and looked at this Xbox 360. He brings out an Xbox 360. I believe it's the third model of these. One of the e-consoles. So yeah, picked this up. Obviously, I have it in my hands. Got the cables for it, and I got a handful of games. And he was kind of being tough on. He was being kind of tough on the negotiation. And I wanted to hurry up and knock this thing out because I don't want to waste too much time negotiating, especially for something like that. If it was some more uncommon item, then yeah, it might be worth my time. But I got competition out there that I know of. I got to get back to hitting up these homes in this garage sale, in this community garage sale. So I picked that up, and I picked up a handful of games. Let me go through those real quick. Again, he was being a little tough on the price. I was trying to negotiate, and I think I walked away with a fair deal. But I got Call of Duty Ghosts. Okay, Call of Duty Ghosts. GTA 5. Minecraft Story Mode Season Pass. Minecraft. So that's a good pickup right there. Does this have its little manual in there? It doesn't feel like it. No, it does not. Alright. I don't know if it comes with one. This might be in this generation or even the one right before it. stopped doing the manual, so I don't think. I think it did come with one, but it's not in there. But that's all right. That game still sells pretty nicely. FIFA 17, which okay, you're thinking sports game, but FIFA 17's. I mean, it's not great, but it pulls a little bit of value. It does. 18 pulls a little bit more, and 19 still goes for like $50. So if you find FIFA 17, 18, 19 out in the wild for just a couple bucks, pick them up because people want these things. People still want these. People don't want this, okay? Madden 15, Rock Band 2, Fallout New Vegas, and Forza Motorsports 4. And he still had a couple more things. This last part is what sold me on buying this deal from him for his price. He asked for 45 for this. Now I told him the only way you get 45 from me, because at first he said he only had 2, but then he said, wait a minute, I might have 4. And I said, listen, if you have 4 controllers, I will buy it for 45, and he did. So he came out with 1, 2, 3. Oh, gross. Pulled out 3 black wireless Xbox 360 controllers, and the 4th one was a gold one. So I was like, okay. Now it's kind of cool. I was like, hey, I don't have a gold one. I might actually hold on to this. But for 4 controllers and how many games? What do I have here? 9 games? Yeah, 9 games. One of them being Minecraft and the console itself. I said, you know what? I'll do 45. That's not typically, again, what I like to pay for some of these things, but hey. You got to negotiate. You got to work with these people sometimes. If you want to, again, he was trying to get 50 off of me or something with no controllers at first. So I was like, there's no way I'm paying $50 for that with those games. Even with Minecraft, Minecraft's not that great. Okay, I was like, there's no way I'm going to pay $50 for that. But then he said 4 controllers. I could probably sell those controllers for $10 a piece and make most of my money back right there. And then sell the anyway. I think it was a good deal. But if you don't think so, you think I overpaid, please let me know. Okay. Here's a fun one. This was a young kid who was sitting out there with his parents at a garage sale, and I asked for games. Again, I think everything here, the only thing was that first white Wii that I showed you in games was the only video games I really saw out. Everything else I had to ask for. And this kid said, yeah, I might have some. The kid was about 10 years old, so I was going easy. I wasn't sheckling like sheckling. I'm using a term from somebody else here now. I'm stealing something. Let me not use that. I didn't bargain with him. You can tell who I watch and who I've got a lot of inspiration from if you are into this type of thing on YouTube. Shout out to him. I'll give him a shout out in a little while in a future video. Hopefully he can find me on here. If he finds me on here and comments on me, I'll definitely start mentioning him a lot more. But he's been a huge inspiration. I'll mention him a little bit later. I don't know. Still don't know. I'm too new at this stuff. I don't know if that's right or wrong. I don't know. I feel kind of weird sometimes doing this, but it's fun. I enjoy it, and I just want to share my fun with y'all. Anyway, let me get back to what I was talking about. I didn't want to haggle with this kid too much because he was a young kid. I didn't want to take advantage of him. I'm not saying I take advantage of other people, but I mean, you negotiate at garage sales. But this kid, it's a kid. I want to go easy with him and kind of teach him how to negotiate as well too. But he told me he'd have some games. I said, well, before you go in and go get them, how much would you be wanting to ask? Because I didn't want to waste his time. And he said $5 a piece. I said, all right, show me what you got, and I'll take a look, and we'll see. So he brings out Overwatch, Legendary Edition, Minecraft, and again, these two both are from Xbox One, Destiny the Collection for Xbox One, Lego Worlds with wonderful to get off, so easy to get off GameStop sticker as well for Xbox One. And then he has Intellivision Lives for regular Xbox, and he told me that this was a collector's game, you know, and he doesn't have the Xbox anymore. Not really. If you know anything about the value of this, it's not valuable at all. It's not valued. But I said, okay, well, how much? Let's talk about bundle deals. How much would you sell everything together for? And he said, I don't know, like $18 or $20. And then his mother was like, well, you just said $5 a piece. You know, you don't want to go too low. And then he stepped up and said, well, this man's asking for a bundle though, for a deal. And I was like, okay, the kid's kind of getting it, so I'll work with him. So he said 18 to 20. I gave him the 20. I said, here's a $20 bill. Thank you very much. And she was like, you don't want to go too low? I said, you're right. You shouldn't go too low, young man. I want you to go too low, but don't worry about it. This deal is a good deal for both of us. Let's do it. And it kind of was. I might have overpaid. Just a lot more than I typically like to pay at a garage sale for these types of games. But it wasn't that bad of a selection. So gave him $20. I ended up seeing him at another garage sale later, and I could see him pulling out that 20 that I bought him, and he bought himself a little laser tag kit that someone else had in the neighborhood. So I was like, good, you're able to get yourself something fun because apparently he's not playing those anymore. And it was a fun experience. So as I went through this neighborhood a little bit more, I found a couple more things. Let me get to the second to best that I found for the day. This one was really good, actually. I was stoked to find this. So, again, I asked for video games because I didn't see anything out. And guys like, one of the guys there is like, well, what are you looking for? And I said, I mean, I like to start with Nintendo, the original Nintendo, and work my way up. I'm not big into Atari and other things in the past like that. Sometimes if I come around something like that and I find it and it's a good deal, I might jump on it. But I didn't start my gaming until, I mean, I was born in the early 80s. So I didn't start my gaming until mid to late 80s, when right after the original Nintendo came out. So that's just where my nostalgia begins. But anyway, this guy, I started going down my list, and as I was doing so, he stopped me and said, what about PS2? I think I have a PS2 for sale, maybe in some games. I said, absolutely, I'd love to take a look at it. So he went inside, got what he could. He said, man, I don't have my PS2. I only got a couple things left over. I guess I sold that stuff a while back. And one of them he had was a DualShock 2 controller. So, and it's in excellent shape. I was like, okay, great. Very interested. And the two games that he had, one of them was Spyro Year of the Dragon Collector's Edition. Now, this disc is part of a set, and he didn't have the whole set, but this is still a nice little find. I mean, it's not superb or anything too uncommon or rare, but I was happy to get it. And then he showed me this, and I was stoked to get Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2 for PS2. I've got one for PS2. I've got 1 and 2 for Xbox, but this is the one that I've been wanting, and it's hard to find because it's so expensive. I think this game, complete in box, which this is right now, it's in excellent shape too. It's going for like $60 or so right now. So I was super excited to get this. And then, as I was sitting around playing some Smite yesterday evening or yesterday afternoon with a friend of mine who might come on this channel, good old friend of mine from high school, from 20 years ago or so. Between respawns, I was looking at it. I wanted to check the condition again. I opened it up, and not only was Dark Alliance 2 in here, but it was tucked inside the manual, but the disc for Dark Alliance 1 was in here. Like I said, I already have this. It's not, I mean, the disc alone is not worth too much, but hey, I can get rid of this. I don't need 2 copies of it, so now I can sell that. That was a shock. I wish I was telling him too. I was like, man, I wish I would have opened this up on my video recording right here, because I wish y'all could have seen my reaction, because I was stoked. I was like, oh my god, Dark Alliance 1's in here. It was cool. But anyway, how much did I pay for all this? $5. He wanted $2 for the games, and I said, and I interrupted him after that, and I said, well, how about I just give you $5 for the games and the controller, $5 altogether. And he said, sure. I was tickled. I said, absolutely. So $5 for all these and that controller all day long. All day. Now, the last item that I got, this one was, I like to save the best for last. I think this was the pickup of the day for me. But I ended up picking up a black Wii. Not just a black Wii, though, but black Wii complete in box, and it's the Mario Kart Wii edition. I did not realize that this was as uncommon as it is. When I saw it, I was just thinking, great, a black Wii, let's go. It's missing the game, unfortunately. Everything else is in here. In fact, I think it even has an extra Wii remote in here as well. But it's even got the black steering wheel with the silver circle on the back. That was included with this, not the blue circle that's very common to find. So all I need to do is find Mario Kart, the game, to put back in here, and this would be an absolute complete package, and that's not too hard to find. It's still pulling some good value, but it's still not, it's extremely common, let me just say that. So, got Mario Kart Wii Edition, black Wii, complete in box. The box is in pretty great shape. And I paid $20 for this. $20. So I think this was probably my best find. I don't know, but Dark Alliance 2 is for $2. That's a really good find as well. But finding this, I mean, those are both hard to find, but I don't know, finding this complete in the box, especially in as good a shape as it is, this was probably the pickup of the day that I would say is my find of the weekend. But that's it. It was a slow weekend. I didn't stay out too long. Got a lot of stuff to do. My profession is, again, this isn't it, obviously. But my job has got me extremely busy right now. Finding the energy to even get up and go do this is extremely hard to do, but I enjoy it so much, and I'm starting to really enjoy these videos that I had to go out, especially after missing last weekend. My name's Jake. Thank you for tuning in to Nostalgic for Retro. I hope you enjoyed this video today. Please subscribe. Please share this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Write any comments. Tell me you liked it. Tell me you didn't. Tell me what you would like to see. Tell me what I could do better, because I'm still learning, and, well, I'm always learning. Even if I end up doing this for years, I'm still going to be learning. So please help me to grow this channel if you liked it. And that's about it, I guess. Take care, everybody. Be safe. Thank you once again. Be well. I'll see y'all next time.